to the Queenly Disposition. My name is Zaria, and if you're new here, welcome, 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 welcome. Today, I really want to talk about self love and how to actually achieve it, right? I think a lot of the times we think that self love means that we don't have our bad days, we don't have our days where we don't feel that great, like it's always like on 10, but we're human beings, like that's never gonna happen. Never, 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 never gonna happen unless we make an active decision to make it happen, to make that mindset shift and switch, right? I think a lot of people fall on the opposite spectrum of self love, literally because they listened so much to lies that people would have told them about themselves. And so I think if we're gonna embark on a journey of self love, we have to accept ourselves for who we are. And this does not mean that you're gonna be making excuses why you cannot better yourself. No, it just means that in this moment, this is who I am. These are the flaws that come with me, and while I can make active steps on changing, it doesn't deter my love for myself or for other people to love who I am. And if nobody loves who I am, then I love who I am because I'm the one in my corner. I think that's the mindset that you should develop. And so the first thing that you want to do is obviously look at your skills and your talents and just begin to appreciate them. You know, begin to write these things down. You know, Zaria, I love that you can, I don't know, you're here. You know what, Zaria, I love that you have an active mindset of growing. I love that you are always trying to fill yourself up with knowledge. I like that you're a very curious person. You know, begin to list the things that you love about yourself. And something that I want to say as well is that many times things that we admire in other people, we actually have that inside of ourselves. But the problem is we haven't self actualized, or we haven't spent time enough with ourselves. And so we don't realize that actually that thing that you're admiring, or the thing that you wish you had, you already have the potential to have it. You literally already have the potential to have it, but you actually have to embark on a journey of self discovery. So I think self discovery is the best way to embark on the journey of self loving, because you begin to see your flaws, you begin to see your best sides, and then you even begin to realize that your flaws actually makes up who you are. Your flaws, your superpower. You know what people used to talk down to you about, right? That makes you uniquely you. Those are the things that people are gonna actually be drawn to, and that's what's gonna separate you from the literal competition. And so I think when it comes on to embarking on self love, understand that your difference literally makes you who you are. Okay, your difference literally makes you who you are. The I don't even know where I'm at now, but the next thing I want you to know is that you have to start treating yourself well. If you continue to treat yourself like garbage and just keep taking in the trash, keep taking in the trash, then you're gonna feel like trash because that's all you're seeing. So obviously, get to know yourself, right? Speak to yourself with basic respect, love, and tenderness, right? And know who you are and walk in that. One of the things that you really should do is actually build habits. So if you say you're going to do something, try your best to do it. Try your best to do it. One thing that I had to do as well is to give myself grace. If I don't do something, it's okay, it's fine. It's okay, it's fine. We'll try again tomorrow. I feel like discipline is definitely something that you have to develop upon this self love journey, because when you realize that you can stick to something, I think that builds our confidence in a way where doing mantras doesn't. Sorry, I'm not. This is not the channel where I'm gonna tell you, oh yeah, like tell yourself that you're great, you're amazing. No, that doesn't work for me. I need action, and I need something that's realistic. And so I'm not gonna tell you to gaslight yourself into believing something. I don't believe in that. But I believe that with active steps, you can literally start loving yourself. Obviously, envision your future life, I think. What is it that you want to do? Because you're already that. I really feel like you're already that person. You're literally already that person. And so I want you to begin to create steps. If you need to use ChatGPT, definitely use it. But I want you to begin to create steps of how you're gonna embark on that dream life. What is the degree that you need to have if you need a degree? Who is it that you need to meet? You know, who are the people that you need to contact? And begin to contact these people. Begin to show up as that person. You know, it's not necessarily being fake, but it's about developing into the person that you believe that you already should be. And when you begin to do that, you're going to realize the skills and talents that you have. You're going to realize what sets you away from the rest of people that are in your field. And then you're going to realize that you're literally in a competition of one. And I think that's how you develop self-love. I don't know, like the generic advice, which is like, oh, okay, well, you know, buy yourself things, you know, do your rituals, like have a bubble bath, take a shower, do an all or nothing shower. I don't think that helps us all, especially if your self hatred is like deep rooted, babes. We literally have work to do. Like, we actually have work to do. And so today, I want to walk you through that process of how to actually love yourself. The first things first is obviously write down all the things that you don't like about yourself. Every single thing that you don't like about yourself. Maybe you think yourself is cringy. I used to think I was cringy. Sometimes I still do cringe a little bit at some of the things I say, but write every single thing about yourself that you don't like. Maybe it's the way how you speak. Maybe it's the way how you dress. I don't know. What is it that you don't like about yourself? Then the next step is to honestly look at this list and see, is it changeable, or is it something that you just have to accept? Like, maybe the tonal, the tonality of your voice. Like, do you like the tone of your voice? Do you find it annoying? You know, you can't really change the tone of your voice unless you're gonna go really high, you know, speak in a really high octave, or you're going to speak in a very low octave. I don't, and doing the vocal fries, like, guys, and I have nothing against vocal fries. I love it when it comes on to the brain rock content. But the point I'm making is something as simple as your voice, you can't really change it. And so there is where you actually have to accept yourself. And me personally, I really believe that self-love is literally self-acceptance. You see your flaws, right? You see your strengths, and you accept literally all of it. I think for the longest time, I personally was battling with perfection because I felt like it made me unrelatable, and it made me feel like people are putting me on an unrealistic pedestal that I could not achieve, like that I literally could not win at. And so I think that when it comes on to self-acceptance, you have to recognize yourself for who you are, right? And begin to love on those things. You know, what are the things that you're good at? Focus on those things. And I think self-love is literally coming to terms with your identity, which is like God given based on what God has called you to do on this earth. I'm obviously nervous, and that's why I'm closing myself in a second. I'm gonna end the video here. No need to belabor the point. Eric, kisses. Bye. I think that was really clear.